So imagine you've seen a car, especially an SUV, a 7-seater, and you want to buy it. It's slightly expensive, but you're okay to spend the money. And then the company opens its bookings, and then you realize that you go to the showroom and you see that every unit has been sold out. Yes, I'm talking about the all-new Skoda Kodiaq RS that has finally made its way to the Indian market. The car has not yet launched, but the company has opened its booking for 3 lakh rupees and only 50 units available, and they got sold out in just under 6 minutes, which is, I think, a record time for them. So unfortunately, you cannot buy the car now because all the units have been sold out, but we have the car with us today, and I will be giving you a detailed walk around of what you get with the all-new Skoda Kodiaq RS. So that is the key of the vehicle. You can lock, unlock and open the boot, and yeah, that's the logo. Now let us quickly open the hood and let me show you the engine. So the hood has hydraulic struts over here, so you don't need to struggle. However, the engine is very hot right now. So that is the legendary 2-liter TSI engine, and that produces about 265 bhp and 400 Nm of peak torque. And yes, it's made it to a 7-speed DSG gearbox. So let's start talking about the front end. Over here you can see it is very similar to the Kodiaq Sportline. The bumpers and all look very aggressive. You have some active vents over here, and if you see the headlights, well, they are very bright. You get this Skoda crystal lighting, DRLs, indicators, cornering lights, high beam, low beam, everything over here. Hood lines and creases look sharp, and you have no chrome at the front. Well, that's your radar for the ADAS that works in sync with the camera right over there. If we move to the side over here, you will be able to see that this looks more like a station wagon. I don't know why it looks like it sits slightly lower. Well, you have 194 mm of ground clearance, which is pretty decent for a car this size. It's a 7-seater. The international car also comes in a 7 and a 5-seater, but this is a 7-seater for the Indian market. You have 20-inch diamond cut alloy wheels with red calipers that look very nice. The tire profile is a 235/45 R20. Low profile tires. That's why you have a little bit of tire noise coming in. Again, no chrome on the side. You have gloss black on the roof rails, gloss black on the shark fin antenna, and that is your panoramic sunroof. Pillars are also finished in this gloss black finish. Everything is gloss black. There's no chrome on the car, and that is the rear section. Well, you have the VRS badge right over there, and everything else is finished in this blackout theme. You have Skoda badging, the Kodiaq badging, and yes, that is the tail light. Again, the crystals and tail lights as well, and there you have it. 2 exhaust pipes, both are functional. It has a valve in it, so it slightly opens up when you put on sport mode. I don't know which one, but yeah, this would have definitely looked good with a diffuser. What do you think? Let us know in the comment section. Let's check out the boot. Okay, so the car is locked because this is a feature. So when you come close to the car, you don't need to press a button. So that's the key. I'll just go close, and you can see that this thing opens up automatically. And when you go back, go far from the car, it closes. So I think now the boot can open. It's an electronic boot, and that's the 7-seat arrangement. So you have 2 at the front, 3 at the back, and 2 over here. Now, if you need more boot space, you can just fold this down. You can completely fold this down, make it a flat kind of a surface. What you see over here, this is the place where you put the parcel tray. You can pull it and hook it up over here. Again, you can fold the seats down the second row from here and here. They are not electronically adjustable, they are mechanical seats. A 12-volt charging socket right over here. That's your LED lights on both sides. They're pretty bright. And you can upright the seat like this. You have a tab. This is a cover that's provided from the company, and if we just open this, you'll be able to see you have your tools right over here. And with the third row open, you have pretty decent amount of space over here to keep at least 4 cabin bags. And obviously, if you have 5 people traveling, then you can fold this and you have a lot of space. Well, that is your adjustable headrest. Leg room is a little less over here. There you have it. You get some storage space over here. That's not, that's like a suede finish. You have speakers over here as well. And on the other side, you have the same kind of setup. Now let's close the boot. So this is what I like. One touch and the boot closes automatically. Just look at that VRS badge shine. Alright, so now let's go on the inside. Let's open the rear door. You get these manual shades. However, you get a UV cut glass that's slightly green in finish. That looks good. Now that's how the door panel looks like. You have ambient light over here. You have soft touch material on the door, but you don't have Alcantara now. You can see you get this red contrast stitching on the seats, and yes, you can move the seat forward to enter into the third row. And if you want to put it back, you can manually adjust that like this, and you can recline it a little more further as well. That's a center armrest with 3 adjustable cup holders, and this thing is very interesting. Well, you can just take this out like this if you are 3 people traveling. Basically, this is again an accessory, and if you're 2 people traveling, you have some space to keep your stuff. 12-volt charging socket, Type C, 2 Type C sockets, and this is your third zone climate control. Let me just switch on the car once. So that's where you switch it on from, and yes, switching it on. There you go, it comes to life. And since we are over here only, let me just put sport mode. All right, so going back to this, so that's your third zone climate control. You can increase and decrease the temperature from here. This is your third zone climate control. Now, these are again some accessories to hold either your tablet or your phone when you're traveling on the go and you want to listen to something or you watch something. There you can keep it on either side. The shade is also there. So now let's go to the front end, and before I go, just check this out. Check this door guard over here. That's again an accessory, but what a cool feature. You have it on all 4 doors. It's basically to prevent the door from hitting something, a wall, like a car if it's standing too close. But just look at it. No matter how fast you close the door, that will never ever come in between. All right. So now let's go to the front end, and again the front doors, as you can see over here, soft touch material, contrast stitching, blacked out finish. You have this brushed aluminum kind of a finish, UV cut glasses over here, and that's your sound system. Well, obviously it has a Canton sound system. Let me just zoom in to show it to you. There you go. Zoom in a little bit. So you have a Canton sound system that sounds really, really nice. And these are the seats. So you have the VRS badge on the seats. It's a fixed seat. I think this thing comes off, that attachment is there. So I think if you don't have it, you'll have like kind of a bucket seat. They are kind of bucket seats, if you can see it over here. Memory functions over here, 12-way adjustable powered seat for both driver and passenger. And this thing, you have an adjustable thigh support as well. Steering wheel has the VRS badge right over here. And yeah, that's how the second row looks like. That's your massive panoramic sunroof, which you can slide and open like this. Again, let it open, then I'll show you the size. And over here, you have some controls for your lights. And there is your park brake. That's where you open your hood from. And you have aluminum pedals over here. Now that's to open the tailgate. And yeah, the sunroof is open, the panoramic sunroof. Just look at the size of that sunroof, and so much light is coming inside the cabin. All right, so let's close this thing, and you can see it'll take its own time to close. Let's quickly sit on the inside. It does not get soft close doors, so have to apply a little bit of pressure. Mirror with light. A vanity mirror with light for the passenger, vanity mirror with light for the driver. Again, you have contrast stitching over here, storage space over here, storage space over here. 2 wireless charging pads right over here for both the passenger and the driver. Some storage space over here. Just look at this. Very interesting thing. Just check this out. Now that's a cloth basically to wipe and clean the screen, which is a very, very good gesture. I think almost all manufacturers should do this. It's a little dirty right now, but I mean, yeah, it does the job pretty well. You also get one with a spray, but I think I'm asking too much. So yeah, that's the seat. That's how it looks like. There's no Alcantara finish over here. You have leather material, you have leatherette material, you have fabric, you have contrast stitching, brushed aluminum, this big infotainment system that has a lot of things that you can do. First of all, you have your park assist feature because it has level 2 ADAS. That's the camera. Where the camera is, it works in sync with the radar. And yeah, you have one screen over here, one screen over here, and 3 small screens over here. Now again, all these have features. So this is basically 2-zone climate control at the front and 1 zone at the back. So if you see over here, this is 19 degrees right now. I can increase or decrease the temperature, but if I press this, there is seat heating. If I press this again, there's seat ventilation, and press it again, it comes back to this. Same thing over here, seat heating, seat ventilation. Currently it's on. Let's put it on 1. And this center button right now, it's for the AC vent. As you can see, you can increase the airflow, but if you press it again, that goes to your smart air condition, and press it again, you have your volume rocker. And if you press it again, now this is what I wanted to show you. Now these are basically your driving modes that you get. Now let me show it to you over here. So you have an individual driver profile, then you have comfort, then you have normal, sport, off-road, snow, and obviously individual. Now why snow and why off-road? Because this is an all-time 4x4. So yes, power is transmitted to all the 4 wheels, and that is your virtual cockpit that you can change with a button. I don't know why it's not happening right now. Let me just put it to the ones. Okay, put it back to car. The car is on for a very long time. Let me just switch it off and switch it back on for you guys, so that the other things can work a little normally. There you go, now it's on. All the sensors are on. You have to switch them off manually before you head out, because the automatic braking is extremely hard on this. I mean, it's just so quick and so aggressive that you will get scared when it does it. If I can just change the screen. Okay, I'm not being able to do it because it happens with these 2 buttons over here. You have buttons that you see on these days Skodas. You have a 3-spoke steering wheel. It looks good. Steering wheel is nice. That is how the horn sounds like. Let me just roll down the window once, and this is how the horn sounds like. And unfortunately, you'll not be able to buy this car because every unit has been sold out. So yes, it's very unfortunate if you have a car that's around. I mean, it's a good car. Just look at the space. A 7-seater arrangement with bucket seats. You have about 265 horsepower, a 7-speed DSG gearbox. That is your gear lever. That is your lever for your cruise control, your stock for your cruise control, and your light setting and wiper setting all in one. Steering is adjustable for tilt and telescopic, and obviously you have blind spot monitoring where this thing glows up. And yeah, you have pretty sporty mirrors. They're big mirrors, and that's your auto dimming IRVM. Controls for your sunroof, SOS button, and a couple of other buttons. All the lights, as you can see, are touch sensitive. Just need to touch them. Don't have a physical button over here. And I think there's a Type-C charger over here. I'm assuming this is for the dash cam if you want to place and put it on charge. I don't see any other reason for this, whether for this camera or no, but technically this is for your dash cam. So if you have a dash cam and you want to place it over here, you do want to pull the wire all the way to somewhere here that looks untidy. They've given a provision. I'm assuming this is for that reason. So yes guys, this was the Kodiaq RS. It's a very good car. Now let's quickly drive this and give you a small glimpse and a brief of how exactly is this car to drive. All right, so now let's quickly go ahead and drive the Kodiaq RS. Well, before I drive, let me tell you that these seat belts are not ordinary seat belts. They are pre-tensioners. So when you start driving, I think above the speed of 10 or 15, these tighten up. So don't get scared of that. All right, so let's quickly go. Right now we are on sport mode. The gearbox is in D, is not in S. Let me just put it on S. So now we have it on S, and I think, yeah, so I think above 25 is what I felt the seat belts tighten up. So you can adjust them accordingly if they are very tight, because they definitely pull you back. All right, so before I take off, I would like to switch off a couple of things from the driver assist system. That's the lane keep assist and the front collision. It says you cannot use function because the speed is too high, so I think you have to stop the car and do this. Drowsiness monitor, and okay, so basically the car does not have ADAS anymore because I have switched off everything. As I mentioned, now this thing has a 2-liter TSI engine. It's made to a 7-speed gearbox. Power is transmitted to all the 4 wheels, and this gets about 265 bhp and 400 Nm of peak torque. And this also gets launch control from the factory. Now, how do you switch it on? We are on an empty stretch of road. Press this button. This is your off-road dynamics. There is ESC system over here. You hold this, put ESC on sport. Make sure you're on sport mode. Make sure your gearbox is on sport mode. And I think this has unlimited launches. So you put your foot on the brake, rev it, launch control active, and just leave the brake, and there you go. Second, and we've crossed 100. So yeah, you have unlimited launches on this. Let me just put ESC back on, put it to regular drive mode. So yes, this is a fast car, 0 to 100 in 6 seconds, and it is slightly faster than the Octavia because, the Octavia RS, because this is all-wheel drive and that's a front-wheel drive car. So the power delivery is, I think it's spot on. But since this car is a little heavy, if we talk about weight, it's a little more than 1900 kgs, the curb weight of this car. So I think it's slightly heavy. Otherwise, if it was not that heavy, this would have been much more quicker than the Octavia. Because obviously it is a big car, so it takes time to pull, but still it has a 0 to 100 time that's less than the Octavia. Now, if you talk about the suspension of this gets the dynamic chassis control plus, which basically you have two valves on each. Basically they are not adjustable air suspension, but the struts are electronically adjustable. They adjust the dampening and the rebound. So that's an advantage that this car gets. When you're cornering too fast or when you're cornering very hard, those things adapt to your driving style. The steering wheel also weighs up according to your driving style, and everything holds the car in place. So that is one thing that I need to mention. The suspension is on the stiffer side, no doubt about that. But yeah, at the end of the day, you just floor it and this is what you get. So yes guys, the Kodiaq RS is a good car to drive. The sport line, we've already driven the sport line, we've driven the regular one. We were waiting desperately for this particular variant, that is the RS, and now India finally has it, but unfortunately you cannot buy it because only 50 units were imported and all of them are sold out. Well, I hope you liked this video. I hope this video was informative. If you liked it, do give a thumbs up, share and subscribe to all our social media channels. And if you have any queries about the Kodiaq RS, let us know in the comment section and we will get back to you on that. Until then, I'm Promit signing out. See you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, be safe and drive safe.